Hello everyone, welcome back to the Console Gaming League, and this time we do have some console action here. I am Joker's Ransom, he is Shadowfang, and we're here for a banger of a series for the mid-season tournament. We've got We Love Jewel versus Nemean Lion. Shadowfang, are you excited for this matchup?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we can watch the top tiers compete like this, especially in a brand new meta, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm really excited to see what sort of comps people are going to pull out in this because I'm thinking we could see some Wrecking Ball, possibly some Winston, maybe some Ramatra. There's so many it's much more open now than it was previously. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm excited to watch.
it really is indeed. But before we head in, let's check out these rosters here. For the first, let's look at We Love Jewel here. We've got Parzival, Fika, Mental Catalyst, Fika again, what the heck? Renzer, I believe, is it no, they crossed out Copy, so I don't know if Copy's playing or not. But, okay, there's Copy. So Copy is on the support line as well as instead of Fika there. But I know Parzival. I've casted Parzival somewhere, sometime. And I know, if I remember correctly, they are very, very good at what they do. And I'm excited to see them on that here to play. And then we got over for the Nemean Lions here. I'm XBC. Oh goodness, that's Jackish is how to say that name. Spenyatta, Combat Frogger, and Sin Hexerus. And I know Spenyatta. I've casted Spenyatta before, and I'm excited to see how they do in the tank meta, especially seeing, as like you were saying, Wrecking Ball is in a really good place right now, and I'm excited to see if these two teams bring out that Wrecking Ball because, well, when Overwatch 2 since Overwatch 2 came out, Wrecking Ball was in that terrible place. Like, you could not play that unless you were someone like Yeatle or someone who just solely focuses on Wrecking Ball to try to get as much value as you possibly can. But now, Wrecking Ball has come to its own, and now it's able at the forefront of this meta.
Yeah, most definitely. That shield health change seems to be a really big deal, as well as the pile driver. Just being able to have that up constantly is just crazy amounts of damage you're able to put out with Wrecking Ball. Because that was really the big issue with Wrecking Ball, is that it was really hard to confirm any kills. Now, a lot easier to confirm those same kills with just those slight changes. And map 1 today is going to be Oasis, I do believe.
And I have to say it every time because it is true. Control being that outlier, but it also is that map that we can see many different compositions, especially with Oasis. It really bodes itself well to different compositions based on where we go. And I'm excited to see that, where we head. Because, like, if we go to the university, we'll maybe see Ramatra Brawl. If we go to downtown phase, we're probably going to be seeing that Wrecking Ball composition. It's going to be really interesting to see where we start out with and what compositions we start out with.
You know, I'm partial to Doomfist myself, but I have a hard time believing that we're going to see that today. Although, you know, I can hope, right?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Doomfist. I don't...
No. He's in that same sort of Reinhardt tier, just not quite good enough to be played at this level.
Yeah, so, but hey, I mean, I'm here for it. If we're gonna see some Doomfist, I'm here for it, I'm ready for it to go. I believe we're just getting ready for everything to go live, just waiting for the lobby here to go into this first game, first map of the evening.
Do you think we might see a little bit of change-ups in the support lineup? Because it's been mostly Kiriko Lucio. But I've been seeing some Ana, I've been seeing some Baptiste, I've been seeing some actual variation off the Kiriko recently.
Yeah, I could, especially with that Wrecking Ball composition, like we've been mentioning, that Sombra's probably going to be played as well as the Zenyatta, with the damage orb being so prevalent with the dive of the Wrecking Ball.
Yeah. Discord, very strong, helps confirm those kills again with the Wrecking Ball. If you get the Wrecking Ball, if you get a hack target, a Wrecking Ball pile driver, and a Discord, that person's just basically done for at that point.
Yeah,
it's just so much burst damage.
It really is. I mean, the Zenyatta Orb was just so, great early, or it hasn't been used well, but now that it's in the forefront yet again, Zenyatta, our favorite Omnic Monk, being able to do damage like we all love to see. Those bloodthirsty supports are available now for people to get good value with.
Yeah, and even with the Ramatra ult nerf, it's still one of the best ultimates in the game. Just period. Really good at holding and contesting points and areas, especially when you get to overtime. It's hard to play into that Ramatra ult, especially if you were to run like an Ano with the Ramatra and Nano boost the Ramatra. That's just a lot of damage coming out at once.
Yeah, as we're still just waiting to fix the lobby, I believe is what I've been told, but any second now, we should be able to head in, but today's Valentine's Day here, Shadow. Did you do anything special for anyone special?
No, nothing crazy today. Just had work and then came in to get this done. Wanted to cast some Overwatch tonight.
Fair enough.
How about you?
It was my mother's birthday, but I wasn't feeling well, so I wasn't able to go see her. But I'm feeling better now after a nap. So I'm here now, ready to cast some Overwatch. So I'm excited for this. But okay, we're gonna head to a short little break here. Don't go anywhere. You're not gonna want to miss the start of this series right after this. All right, welcome back, everyone. Well, as we're already into the game. We're going to start things off. Artillery taking down 2 in the fight for Nemean Lions. They're going to start things off well. They're still waiting for the control points to unlock, but it's looking good for Nemean Lions at the moment. They're going to go in, take down Renzer as well as they're going to be able to get this first capture, most likely. Artillery taking down another one, Copy going down. And that is going to be Nemean Lion taking first point.
I can't say I expected to see the Junker Queen. I'm also not upset seeing it, though. Artillery really taking over that first fight with those rail shots. Those Sojourn are strong as ever, as we can see.
Yeah, as they're looking to get something underway here, as they're gonna come in now as Cloak takes down Renzer with this Junker Queen. Like you were saying, not quite surprising of a pick, but it's working out well for Nemean as they're gonna continue to hold on. Mental does take down Artillery, but it's not going to matter in the end because Nemean Lions still have this point control.
Yeah, if We Love Jewel is unable to protect the Zenyatta with the ball comp, then yes, they need to swap the ball comp. That's a good swap by We Love Jewel right here onto the Orisa. I'm looking for Jackish to get a nice pulse bomb right now.
Yeah, definitely. As Artillery starting off well, a nice secondary fire, taking down Tracemaker from the side of We Love Jewel as, oh wow, as everything buffering. Parzival finds 2 with the pulse bomb. Mental coming in strong as well as a Nemean, or We Love Jewel come back strong as it gets up to 66% for Nemean Lions.
The Nemean Lions are coming back with basically 4 ultimates here, though. And the way Artillery has been hitting all of these railgun shots, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a big overclock.
Yeah, as they're gonna look to get into this fight here. It's a nice javelin throw comes in from Mental now, but no picks yet coming in from We Love Jewel as a lot of people are low from this defending squad of We Love Jewel. But there goes Tracemaker with a nice headshot, taking Jackish out as the Kitsune rush from Renzer is there. Just a lot of damage, more movement coming in. That's going to work out well as they're going to find all of the picks they need to hold on yet again.
That was some very nice ult usage by We Love Jewel, but also good by Nemean Lions to not ult into what they knew was a lost fight once they lost a player. It's going to be really big here. Basically, we're looking at 5 ults for Nemean Lions, 4 ults for We Love Jewel. The only difference being the Kitsune Rush for the side of Nemean Lions.
Yeah, as they're going to come in here, there's the Kitsune Rush. The Terra Surge coming in as well from Mental. It's going to take Mastor down and out. That's huge. They were not able to use that sound barrier. It's going to go, and We Love Jewel is going to take this fight because of it. Cloak is going to take down Tracemaker, but it's not going to matter in the end as We Love Jewel are able to hold on to this point.
Yeah, and We Love Jewel, Renzer getting really close to another Kitsune Rush Parsival. We've already seen what they can do with a Pulse Bomb. So, I expect this one to be pretty big. Mastor needs to have a good sound barrier here for Nemean Lions to have a chance of winning this fight.
They really do. They need this sound barrier because this is last fight territory if they lose it. As they go pop the sound barrier in this fight to start things off, they're going to have to deal with so many ultimates coming now in from We Love Jewel. They overclock. The Kitsune Rush comes in, and they're looking for all the picks that they can find. Cloak goes down thanks to Renzer, but can they find more? And it does. There's the secondary fire, the Jackish, and this is all but over for Nemean Lions here as the overtime bar ticks down. Parzival with 2 to wrap things up as We Love Jewel come back and take map number 1, or round number 1, sorry.
Yeah, once We Love Jewel swapped off of the Wrecking Ball comp, and really Orisa can deny Junker Queen quite a bit, but Nemean Lions were already so committed to using that Queen ultimate that they just had to stay on the comp at that point. And it was really just hard to get anything done on Queen, just because you have 2 counters essentially to what she's trying to do in Orisa, and then Kiriko, who basically just negates her ults entirely. So I'm curious if they're going to run out on it again, Nemean Lions that is.
That is the question, and it seems to be the case. As that's not what either of us were really expecting here, as Nemean Lions are opting to try to make this Junker Queen work. As Renzer, oh wow, almost out of this fight already here as Parzival coming in from the back, looking to take some people down here. As it's going to be Jackish going to take this first fight, as well as Artillery getting in on the kill feed, but maybe not, as Parzival and Mental turned it around. They've got 2, but it's not going to be enough. Jackish on this Tracer for Nemean Lions gets the work done in the end and gets this point in their favor.
Yeah, Jackish really coming in, cleaning up those kills, but losing Jackish early, not good here.
Not at all, as they're going to kind of look to come back here on this fight next from off the back of Tracemaker. They're going to come in. Mental takes down Mastor. They're going to try to get some work done with one of the abilities of Junker Queen, but not going to find much value. Mental's going to go down super low. Going to get that javelin spin to stay alive, but does not matter in the end. Dylan going to fall down to Jackish, as now this is the opening that Nemean Lions needed. They don't have that main tank on the board for We Love Jewel, but Renzer with the kunai taking down Jackish. That's a lot of backline damage gone. The Pulse Bomb comes out. Sin goes down. There's the Rampage out, and that's a huge one coming in. But where's the follow-up from Nemean Lions? There's none! What has happened? How did they not win that fight? Jackish comes in. Parzival goes down. And but now the sound barrier is on the board from We Love Jewel. This has to be a huge pulse bomb, but it's not. Tracemaker's taking down Cloak, and Tracemaker finds another one. This is disastrous from Nemean Lions.
Yeah, a lot of ults used there on the side of Nemean Lions, and just an inability to really close out and get those final blows for a lot of that fight. It's real tough to finish the fights off without that last final hit there. But Mental and Tracemaker both having ultimate here could be big, and the Kitsune Rush for Nemean Lions could also be pretty big here.
It's gotta be here as the Terror Surge comes out from Mental. Doesn't find anyone, but Jackish is so low. Have to recall there. Now Cloak comes in on the Orisa, taking away Mental. But it's still Renzer with those kunai in the back, able to take down Jackish. But it still looks like Nemean Lions have this advantage currently. But maybe not, because Tracemaker's still alive, able to find a pick on the Mastor. It seems like all the cards are aligning for Nemean Lions now as Archility takes down Renzer as the Lions are able to take the point back.
Good to see you.
Yeah, but if you're looking at the ults here, We Love Jules got a Pulse Bomb, Overclock, and a Kitsune Rush ready to go for this fight. Mastor needs to try and build up the sound barrier in order to combat it, or Jackish needs to get a really big Pulse Bomb to sort of stall the fight out for Mastor to get this beat.
Yeah, it really does all hinge on Mastor right now, because that beat could save them from all this incoming damage that's about to come to fruition. As the Kitsune Rush comes in from Renzer, a Pulse Bomb stick onto Sin. You're going to try to turn it around. The Javelin Spin's taking down Parzival. Now the sound barrier is there from Nemean Lions. There's the Overclock from Tracemaker. This could be all but over if they land a headshot. But no, they don't. But it's still looking good and better for We Love Jewel because that sound barrier is now online. It's just Mastor trying to buy time as Sin is super low going down. The Overclock from Archility to try to turn the fight in any way. They get a pick on the Mental, but it's not enough as the overtime bar ticks down as We Love Jewel takes map number 1.
Oh, and I just have to say, Mental and Renzer are just hitting crazy shots right now. Not taking anything away from Parzival and the fantastic Tracer Pulse Bomb sticks. But Mental is landing almost every one of these Pulse Bomb, or Mental is landing almost every one of these spears onto a Tracer and just stuffing them every fight. It's fantastic to see. Renzer is just landing all of these kunai headshots, basically just one-shotting the Tracer down to 0. It's a really big plays from everybody on the side of We Love Jewel. As soon as they swapped off of that ball comp and went to the Orisa Rush, changed the whole map.
Yeah, they definitely it's a lot more comfortable on that Orisa-based comp. And Orisa, like we saw, still very viable. It's not like, oh, it's terrible now. No, Orisa's still very good, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Oppressive. That's what I'm looking for, the word. Oppressive, just like we saw there. The Javelin Spins, the Javelin Throws just knock you back, knock you away, and are able to keep people at bay. And we saw there for We Love Jewel as they take the first map as we're about to head into our map selection. Next map is going to be a hybrid map. They have the choice of Blizzard World, Kings Row, Paraiso, Nimbani, or Midtown. And one pick obviously is not going to happen. Paraiso is just kind of really bad. So I doubt that's going to happen. But other than that, where would you think we're going to head here, Shadowfang?
The most popular pick is pretty much always Kings Row. It's still one of the best maps in the game, even with new maps constantly being added. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that. People really love Eichenwald as well. So that wouldn't shock me to see.
I've been seeing an outcry of support for Nimbani. And
I think people miss Nimbani. I think that's what that is.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, maybe we see some Nimbani here. Obviously, if you all think back to Overwatch 1, because that's really the last time we saw Nimbani, it was very favorable to dive compositions. But now that we've seen what these two teams are probably going to run, I doubt we're going to see more of that Wrecking Ball because obviously they didn't look that comfortable on it. Winston's still kind of viable, so that is an option in the back, but if I had to guess, I'd think Midtone or the Kings Row are the two obvious picks.
Yeah, most definitely, especially if they're wanting to run that Orisa based comp again. It would fit the best on those maps, I think, at least.
interestingly enough, we haven't seen any Ramatra come out from either of these two teams. I'm interested to see if Nemean Lions go to that Ramatra in this next map. If that's a good, shall we say, counter to Orisa. I wouldn't know. I'm not smart enough to know if that's a good counter to Orisa. Shadow, are you good enough? Are you smart enough to tell me if that's a good counter to Orisa?
I couldn't tell you. The Ramatra matchup is a strange one to me that I just don't seem to quite get the hero, like how he works into other heroes. I would think if you're trying to counter Orisa, you would want to run some sort of, I would think a dive-based Winston comp that takes apart the pieces of the Orisa comp that can't move quickly. That's what I would think.
Sounds good to me. That is, it sounds good to me. I mean, but I doubt that's, I mean, obviously it's just going to be interesting. We're waiting to see the map pick from Nemean Lions, but if I had to guess, obviously, we've already guessed, but if I had to guess again, I just don't see it anywhere but King's Row, really. And I hate saying it because as a caster, I hate King's Row. It's just always picked, especially when teams can pick the map. That's why I love CGL regular season, because they make them play other maps on hybrid. But when you get into the tournaments, they get to pick their own map. Then it's usually King's Row, unless someone wants to run something specific. But I doubt they have map-specific comps. I mean, they could, obviously. It's just not likely.
Hey, you know, if the teams are feeling like having a good time, they could just mirror Reinhardt and play King's Row.
Yeah. Hey, that would be fantastic. If we saw a Reinhardt mirror on King's Row with Lucio, Ana, oh my god, I might lose it. I might lose it, Shadow, here. And then we see maybe like a Cassidy May or something, or Cassidy Reaper. Oh boy, that'd be fantastic. But enough of our waffling about. King's Row is going to be the next map of choice here, as we guessed, surmised.
A surprise to everyone watching, I'm sure.
But yeah, now we're here going into King's Row, and I like we were saying, I'd expect that Orisa matchup, unless these two teams want to be absolute mad lads and run out on Reinhardt.
Yeah, you know, Reinhardt is I would say most tank players' favorite tank. You know, people do just tend to love the crazy hammer swinging rectangle man. But I highly doubt that's what's about to happen here.
Yeah, I don't believe that's going to happen. But I feel like you hit the nail on the head. I feel like when Reinhardt is meta, I feel like a lot of people, more people like the game. And I don't know why. I don't know why I feel that, but I feel like that's the case. Just because everyone loves Reinhardt. I mean, how could you hate? How could you hate Reinhardt, Shadow?
Oh, I still reminisce about October 2020 on a very regular basis. Oh, it's my favorite time. My absolute favorite time of Overwatch. When Baptiste's window was actually a window.
Oof.
The good old days.
Now it's a what shall we say, a widescreen monitor. But we're still just waiting for the teams to be ready to head into this first map, as we're waiting for someone to get back online, it looks like.
Are we gonna have any swaps going into this map, or keep things the same here?
Not that I know of, Shadow. Not that I know of. So we're still rocking with everyone on the same here. But there it goes. There we're in. Yeah, no swaps coming in. But hey, mental, keep it, mental. Keep the pick. Keep the Reinhardt. You know you want to do it. Oh
This is the correct thing to do.
Nope, they're not gonna be cool, and they're gonna go over to Winston. Okay, I can't even speak about mental right now because obviously they're just trying to debate us.
Gotta have a strong mental for Reinhardt.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. On the side of Nemean Lions, opting to go with that Orisa-based composition from last time, as Mental is doing it. He's rocking out on the Reinhardt here. I'm so happy as they're gonna go into the hotel and try to take things, take space away. As Cloak is gonna go down super low, gonna get caught off by that May wall. Arcility takes out the immortality field, but it's not gonna matter in the end. Jackish has only found one, but it's not going to be enough. We Love Jewel come in strong and fast and take this first point pretty quickly.
Yeah, they pretty much just sped Mental right into the team, blocked off the supports from Cloaks, and boom. You take down the Orisa, and Nemean Lions comp just falls apart from there.
I'm so happy that we're seeing this Reinhardt. Now, we just need to get this Cloak to swap over to the Reinhardt as well. Jackish is on a flank, currently looking to see if they can find out a support or something in the back line, but for right now they're just playing it nice and slow. But when you play it nice and slow, you're bound to lose someone as Arcility goes down, and now everyone's following afterward. Combat Frog follows suitly as that is another fight win. Mental maybe, however, going down might have changed things. Not going to. They're gonna have to back up and wait for everyone to regroup.
Hello.
And running the Reinhardt comp, you're gonna have a really nice ult cycle coming up here. Starting with the Baptiste window, I imagine in this fight. Maybe you can get an early pick with the Bap window and just sort of stall out Nemean Lions. Lions has rush.
Yeah, and speaking of the rush, they're gonna pop it early on, but Arcility goes down to that fire strike. The Terror Surge comes through. That's a lot of damage done, and they're able to follow up on their Kitsune rush in the end. As it looks like, who is that? That is Tracemaker trying to get a little bit more progress, but in the end they fall down to Jackish.
I like this Reaper swap by Jackish. Jackish has just decided, okay, you want to play Reinhardt? I'm just gonna run at you and shoot shotguns at you while you try to swing your hammer on us then.
Good to see you.
Yeah, as they're gonna look to come into this next fight here. Mental has this Earth Shatter online. There is the Blizzard out from Parzival. Arcility pops their own overclock and takes down Renzer. They're still making the space for the moment, but Jackish finds down Mental before they can pop that Earth Shatter. Now they're gonna come back. Soundbearer coming in from Combat Frog. The Death Blossom from Jackish there as well to solidify the fight in favor of Nemean Lions.
Oh, nice kill there from Combat Frog. Yeah, We Love Jewel coming back with the Earth Shatter and Overclock. Nemean Lions doesn't have anything for this. Really, all you're gonna have to do for Nemean Lions, get the Suzu out early from Sin, and then you got a free shatter for Mental. Well, now you need as well from Orisa.
Yeah, as that could be any second now. Mental super low, that they still aren't able to get that able. They need to stay alive. The overclock coming in from Tracemaker now, but Jackish has found Mental early on. This nice shot comes in, takes away Jackish in response, but it's still not looking like it's enough for We Love Jewel to win this. They're gonna pop their window here. The Amp Matrix comes out from Renzer to try to turn things around in favor of We Love Jewel, and it does seem to be the case, but they only have 3 people on point for the time being as the respawns are coming back from Nemean Lions.
Renzer is actually just doing so much damage right now.
Yeah, they're gonna pop this Kitsune rush to come back here. The Shatter comes out as well, not going to connect to anything. Mental with a nice shot with their fire strike. That's the word that I'm looking for. But Cloak is going to take them down. And all in all, yeah, that's probably the best switch here. Mental swapping off that Reinhardt. I love to see it, but it was just not able to deal with the oppression of Orisa.
It was really the Reaper swap by Jackish that solidified it. It was officially just too much damage coming in.
Oh, let's break it.
Sound barrier coming in here from both of the Lucios. The Blizzard coming out as well. Copy is gonna follow suitly afterward, but it is gonna be traded out. Lope goes back to spawn, and now things are looking up for We Love Jewel. Jackish goes down. Artillery follows suitly afterwards as Renzer finds the last one, as that should be We Love Jewel capturing second point.
Renzer has another amplification matrix. Renzer is just building this ultimate so fast, doing so much healing and so much damage. It's insane to see. But Jackish has this Death Blossom coming in, so it'll be very important how the military reacts to this.
They're gonna come in here, and Artillery with their overclock takes down Renzer, as that's in a nice opening now for Nemean Lions to come back, and they're just gonna be forced out to try. They're gonna have to regroup and wait for Renzer to come back from spawn, especially losing Parzival late like that.
Huge fix by Artillery. It's huge that they did not have to use more than one ultimate to completely secure that fight. But Mental coming in with this Ramatra ult, really curious how that's going to play out here. Because Nemean Lions could attempt to blow up the Ramatra with a Kitsune Rush.
That is the question, how to deal with Mental's ultimate here. It's not that indefinite any longer, but there's the Death Blossom coming in from the back. Jackish takes down Renzer yet again, going down early in the fight. They do lose Jackish, but it's not going to matter when the rest of your team's getting the team kill pretty much, as Renzer swapping off now over to the Kirika.
Yeah, probably the correct swap. Sin didn't have to use the Kitsune Rush, so the Kitsune Rush and the Terra Surge are going to be available here for the side of Nemean Lions. And then We Love Jewel still has that Ramatra
of the Kitsune Rush coming out, but in response, the Blizzard from Parzival. But it's not mattering. They just kited around it and found picks already in the favor of Nemean Lions. Jackish does go down to a kunai to the head, but again, it's not going to matter. And there's 30 seconds to go here, Shadow.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. Mental still has not had the opportunity to use this Annihilation. They've had it for about 2 or 3 fights now.
This ends
They're gonna
now.
have to just pop it early.
They really do. Tracemaker popping their ultimate. There's the overclock coming in and taking down Artillery, as well as that sound barrier from Copy. Still no Annihilation used by Mental yet. They don't need it now. But now with it being overtime, they have to win these fights. And this is a perfect opportunity to use this Annihilation, as they're just bottling them up here. There's the Terra Surge coming out. That could be deadly. There's the Annihilation finally coming out from Mental, but they've already lost Copy. That's not what you wanted to see. The Kitsune Rush from Renzer is there, but it's not looking good. Mental needs to find picks, but it's not the case. They only find one. Now make it 2, but still, it's all Nemean Lions' point to win as the Death Blossom comes through from Jackish, finding 2 in the end, and Nemean Lions hold out strong on 3rd point.
Really, really good hold there. I can't stress enough how good the swap to Reaper by Jackish was. Really turned around the whole map for Nemean Lions. Well, at least the defense.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. I don't disagree. As Jackish was just able to follow up on Cloak, just toying with the Reinhardt that Mental was trying to force, and then now And I think that might be the reason why they didn't complete the map in the end. But now we're headed into the attacking round of Nemean Lions, and yeah, I don't expect Jackish to swap off this Reaper for any time soon, just because of how well they were doing.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm surprised to see Mental come back out on the Ramatra, but maybe they're feeling like it's a stronger defensive pick than an offensive one.
Yeah, as they're gonna be going into this fight, 7 seconds to go. Archildy on the Widowmaker just for that one-shot potential, I'm assuming here, as they're looking to just try to find someone, and they do. They find Renzer very low in the end, very close. Just gonna swap over to that Sojourn now, as they're gonna look to get into this fight now, as the Ravenous Vortex slows people down, slows the tempo. Now they're gonna come in with the Javelin throw, as the Swin as well comes out, but Jackish is super low, will be able to get out thanks to the Suzu from Sin in the end, but now traded all around, 1 for 1, but Arsenal goes down in the end, and now things are open for Nemean Lions to get the picks they need to take this first point.
Yeah, just really nice kills there. Jackish and Archildy to start that fight off. Oh, such nice plays by the Orisa too. Can't speak highly enough about this Orisa play right now. Cloak does not miss the javelin throws. It's been fantastic to watch.
It really has. I have to agree with you. Cloak has become a difference maker on this map. And I look for that to continue going forward. They're even getting value with their Terror Surge, which is almost impossible. The Annihilation comes in here, takes away Cloak, and that's all they really find with an Annihilation. But Archildy comes back, finds Parzival with a secondary fire, but it's not going to change the tide of this fight. We Love Jewel are going to hold on for the time being, but the respawns are going to come back quickly.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have some dueling Kitsune rushes here, and then I expect Jack and Parzival to also use their once.
Yeah, and there is a Kitsune rush coming in from Renzer. The Death Blossom comes in from Jackish. Was a huge boot from Copy to keep their team alive. Mental with the pummel finds 2 in the end and still holds on for the side of We Love Jewel. They're still trying to get these last couple of picks, but maybe not. The Terror Surge comes in. Mental's now down. Nemean Lions are going to come back strong. They're going to be able to take down Parzival and get this point back in their favor and get the cart moving.
Oh, huge flip right there. But look, Mental already almost has Annihilation again. But
Yeah,
it looks like this time Nemean Lions are going to have double support ults that could possibly counter what We Love Jewel is going to try and do here.
Yeah, they're definitely coming in strong. They've got a lot of ultimates as well. They've got 5 on the board here. They're going to come into this corner. The Kitsune rush comes in from Sin. The Soundbearer in response, but Parzival comes through with the Death Blossom, takes down Sin. The Annihilation popped as well from Mental to solidify the fight and take out Jackish, as We Love Jewel hold on at the corner.
That's a huge fight win. Nemean Lions did try that double support ult thing, and it didn't work out for them, so now they're left with just Overclock coming into this fight. So it's looking like dueling Overclocks. Renzer might get to that Kitsune rush and pop it as well.
Yeah, as this is going to be interesting fight, definitely an interesting fight, as Tracemaker is going to start out here with their Overclock, and they're just going to kite it back. They're going to wait it out, and that's the right place. They don't find any picks off the back of it. Now they have their own Archildy looking for a lane, looking for a shot, but now the Kitsune rush comes in. They baited him out, and then they find the picks they need off the back of that. The pummel coming in strong, finding 1. And We Love Jewel hold on for the time being yet again.
And look at Mental. 72 on the Annihilation. That's coming up soon again. But Nemean Lions is going to have about 3 ults of their own in the Kitsune Rush, Terra Surge, and Death Blossom.
Yeah. As they're gonna come in here to this next fight, the corner still being held by We Love Jewel. Shadow eats up some damage. Renzer and Mental are super low. They need to stay alive. The Terra Surge now available as the Kitsune Rush comes in from Sin. Mental goes down. And that should be the fight one as Cloak and Jackish find all of the picks Nemean Lions need.
That was so close. The Kitsune Rush coming in from Sin was massive. Basically the entire reason Nemean Lions just won that fight. Mental died at 99% to Annihilation. It was huge.
It really was. It really was. But now they have this Annihilation for this next fight here at the corner of Foundry. They're going to come in, look to get things underway. They're going to be forced back now. The Terra Surge comes in, the Sound Mirror to try to stay up and healthy. The Annihilation now from Mental is being popped. That's going to work wonders for We Love Jewel as Mental finds 3 with the Annihilation.
Yeah, it's still a pretty strong ultimate, I'd say. Even with the nerfs, still pretty good.
Yeah, well, pretty good.
But Kitsune Rush to the side of We Love Jewel here as well. Oh, there's so many ults coming out of this fight. I'm expecting
well, speaking of Death Blossom, Parzival in the back finds out Artillery in combat frog. And that should wrap things up for this fight yet again. Still 1:40 on the clock here as Nemean Lions look to regroup.
Yes, the flanking Death Blossom, always a really strong play in Overwatch. Love to see it. And now, Kitsune Rush for the side of We Love Jewel. It's going to be really big on this corner. Going to make this corner really hard to push into.
Indeed it is, and there's the Kitsune Rush coming in, and Jackish gets destroyed thanks to a secondary fire onto the head. As now they're going to pop their own Kitsune Rush, comes in from Renzer as well as Sins too, as they're going to look to get everything going, but it's still looking good for We Love Jewel in the end. Combat Frog does take down Copy, but they're going to have to regroup and hold out Renzer with a nice shot, taking Artillery down, which is going to buy them more time. But they're not going to even they're not going to wait at all. They're going to just head into this. They're still trying to win this out. They have to win it. It's down to 30 seconds here, Shadow. I don't think it's looking good for Nemean Lions as they need to find something big now.
Yeah, We Love Jewel definitely has the ultimate going into this fight.
And there's the Annihilation coming in from Mental, already finding one as my stream is lagging a bit, but it's not mattering in the end. As We Love Jewel find all the picks they need and hold on. 3rd point. Maybe? Can anyone touch? They're trying to get the Lucio there. No, not in the end. No one's able to touch. We Love Jewel take the map and go up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, really. Well, there's your answer, right? The Ramatra can counter the Orisa. You just need to have that supporting fire behind the Ramatra and the Orisa. Yeah, big time annihilations for Mental.
Yeah, Mental was, in fact, Mental on the Ramatra there for We Love Jewel, and that gets them up into the gets them up to match point here. Shadow. As we are going to head into a short little break. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the conclusion of the Stage 1 playoffs of round number 1. Don't go anywhere. Right after, we're coming back right after this break. All Alright everyone, welcome back. It is time to see the conclusion of this playoff series here. And, well, we know the map, and we're quite excited about it, I feel, Shadow, as the map is going to be Dorado. And like you were saying in the break, this is a perfect chance for some Winston gameplay.
Yeah, Winston has notoriously been strong on Dorado for most of Overwatch's existence. So I would be surprised to not see some sort of dive hero here, whether it's Ball, Winston, or Diva, whichever one you're feeling, whichever one's your flavor.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there, but there is a world that we don't see that, and we just see what we've been seeing from both of these two teams, Orisa and Ramatra. But I'm always in the mind of don't fix what isn't broken. And I feel like both of these comps have shown that they are not broken. Maybe Nemean Lions need to find a something to deal with the Ramatra now being run by We Love Jewel. But if it is in that Orisa mirror matchup, I feel like Nemean Lions have this upper hand.
Yeah, most definitely. I will say too, Nemean Lions needs to find a way to deal with Renzer and just the insane amount of damage output they're having on pretty much any support that they decide to pick. There was a good chunk of that map there that Renzer was doing the most or the second most damage for We Love Jewel on the whole team.
Yeah, that is very much the case. Either was on that Baptiste or the Kiriko. And we obviously keep seeing them in the kill feed with those heroes. But yeah, something to shut down then. And I don't really know what the answer would be. I would say if it was Overwatch 1 or a different hero that they're playing, I would have said maybe a Tracer to try to get in the backline. But with Kiriko, it's so hard to pin them down with all the movement abilities that are at the disposal of the Kiriko.
And all you have to do is just land that headshot kunai onto the Tracer, and you've essentially killed that Tracer at that point.
So, I mean, I wouldn't... Genji's not where it once was. So I don't know. Maybe the Winston is the answer for Nemean Lions to try to, or the Wrecking Ball, trying to get into the back of We Love Jewel and try to take out that support line and then work from the back there. They've got to figure something out because obviously this is match point. This is series point. They need to win this or they're out. They're out of the Stage 1 playoffs. And I doubt they want that to be the case. But I mean, it's going to happen either today or the finals matchup if they so happen to win this. But I digress. We're not talking about the finals yet. We're talking about this one. And other than that, I don't know. I don't know what Nemean Lions need to figure something out to deal with this We Love Jewel squad.
Yeah, the We Love Jewel, essentially every single player on that team is taking over the game at some point, whether it's Mental on the Ramatra or the Reinhardt even. Mental did really well in the Orisa as well, map 1 on map 1, Oasis. Mental does really well. Parsival comes through, pops off on that DPS. You know?
And I feel that whenever Nemean Lions take an inch, We Love Jewel comes back and takes a mile. Like, we saw them, like, Nemean Lions on their defense. They held them to not able to get all 3 points. They were setting up themselves for perfect success, but then they come back with this Ramatra on defense, and the Nemean Lions aren't able to figure that out. Something's They've got to be 2 steps ahead of We Love Jewel here now, if they want to have any chance of coming back in the series.
We Love Jewel is doing a fantastic job of making each one of their ultimates count, and they were winning a lot of fights just off of a single ultimate usage. And when you're doing that consistently, it helps all of your other players build up ult constantly. So really, they just need to stop. They need to stop We Love Jewel from getting so much value from every one of their ults, if possible.
I mean, yeah, as I believe we're about to head into the game here and just waiting, I believe, for the attack and defense choice of We Love Jewel, and I believe they are defending. Coming into this is now we're ready to load into the gameplay of Dorado here. Taking a look at the sea, looking at these boats. As,
I didn't even know this was on Dorado.
You didn't? Oh, it's actually really cool. One of my backgrounds, I have that little scene for my green screen background that I'm obviously not using today. I
do want to point out Zenyatta has come in for Nemean Lions, swapped in.
Yeah, and look at that. We're now seeing Wrecking Ball from both of these 2 teams here.
Yeah, Nemean Lions opting for the Briggs In variant, whereas We Love Jewel going for the Pocket Sojourn Kiriko variant.
Stop the payload.
As they're gonna come into this next fight here. They're gonna come into this first fight here. Sorry, looking to find some picks, and it's interesting. It is something to see. Brigitte finally getting playtime in this, as I believe that's one of the better support duos with the Zenyatta that is so prevalent in the competition, which interestingly enough we're not seeing a Sombra, but there comes the pilot driver in from Zenyatta. They're trying to deal with these couple of players away, the support line and the DPS, but it's not working out well. They're not able to disrupt. There it goes. They're off the side of the point, but Zenyatta pays for it with their life in the end. That's Tracemaker on the Tracer, finding 2 picks.
Yeah, I noticed too, they swapped up the DPS they're playing, Tracemaker and Parzival. Parzival's been on the Tracer, and Tracemaker has mostly been on the Sojourn, but they swapped it up for this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out well for them already, as Zenyatta has to swap over to the Diva now. Sin in the midst of my speaking, nice volley taking down the Tracemaker, who's already built up to that pulse bomb as they're trying to get through they've gotten past this underpass, which is huge. That's a big place to hold, but they still need to find more picks, but there it is, Renzer yet again with a kunai to the head of artillery, taking away that that damage from the soldier. And there's the Nicole, not Nicole, oh my goodness, I have the Transcendence. I haven't seen Zenyatta played it so long, I forgot the ultimate name. This is just very unfortunate for me. As the side of Nemean, or We Love Jewel, sorry, is now in blue. Are still holding on. The Kitsune rush from Renzer is there. As well, Artillery trying to turn things around, but still, anyone's point. The minefields are there. The self-destruct comes in from Zenyatta. Can't find anything. They're still forcing their way up, and can they get a touch is the real question in the end, and they do. But mental is so low, they're not going to be able to stay on the point for much longer, as Nemean Lions are able to take point 1.
Big point cap. Big point cap for Nemean Lions there.
Precision
and they were able to hold on to their 2 DPS ultimates, which are going to be very important going into this next fight. We Love Jewel doesn't really have anything to combat what they're about to do here with this overclock and pulse bomb.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come into this next fight pretty much dry, unless Tracemaker can build up to this pulse bomb. As they're headed now into this fight, as Mental looking to take away some people. There's the pulse, pile driver in. Gonna force people out and force them away, but still no picks to speak of yet. Markility goes down. Parzival finds the shot with that secondary fire. The disruptor shot comes through as well. Tracemaker getting the upper hand in the 1v1 as OW2 are gonna be able to hold on for the time being.
Yeah, that pocket really coming in clutch for Parzival in that duel. It's just such a nice upper hand to always have on the other soldier, to just have that pocket mercy with you. And them stalling this fight out like this, both teams are basically going to have every single ultimate going into this next fight. It's going to be kind of crazy to see.
An ult fiesta, if you will. There's the pulse bomb coming in from Tracemaker. Not gonna find anything. Neither does Jackish with the pulse bomb of their own, as they're just stalling things out, playing a little positioning here, trying to take out Mental. As Archility now finds a shot, almost takes down Renzer. Svenjata's gonna be able to get the follow-up. That's gonna be huge. Now things open up for Nemean Lions, taking down Mental as well. Tracemaker gonna try to turn it around. They get a pick of their own in the favor, but still, Nemean Lions are able to continue to push this cart forward.
Yeah, and really being able to win that with no ultimates. Jackish did use Pulse Bomb, but it wasn't in the main fight that he used it. Here comes Overclock.
Yeah, the Overclock comes in from Archility as well as the Transcendence from Sin, but all this damage coming in from OW2 is just going to be able to mitigate it and able to find all the picks they need to come back and hold out strong for a second time and stop this cart from getting any more progress. Ooh, no, this is, you hate to see it, Shadow. You hate to see it.
Typical diva things.
But there goes Spenjata in the end, buying OW2 a lot more time yet again.
Archility swapping onto the Ash for this as well, which is interesting. And
yeah.
Mastor's got Rally up and ready to go. I'm really curious to see where Mental's going to put this minefield.
Yeah, you'd think they just put it on the point because they're going to have to touch it eventually. As they're seeing Jackish try to move this out. Both Tracer's going to pop their recalls, but who's going to find the pick? There it is. Jackish taking down Tracemaker is huge. The rally coming in from Mastor as well. Can they find the shots they need? Mental's taking down Jackish, but it's traded back immediately. Sin on this Zenyatta, finding picks when they need it. Mental needs to pop this minefield now, and they do. They pop it on the point, but it's not in a place that Nemean Lions are really going to take away, and they're going to find all those around. The self-destruct comes out, is not going to find anyone, but Jackish on this Tracer finds two of their own. They get three for the Tracer. Oh, they almost got off the point there, Shadow, but in the end, it looks like Nemean Lions are able to capture point two.
They almost got off the point a couple of times there. That was very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that.
But Archility getting pretty close to building this Bob up. Sin gonna have Transcendence. Probably a good Kitsune Rush counter, I would think.
Yeah, they're gonna come into this fight now. To start things off. Looking for a pick here from Parzival, most likely, before this Kitsune Rush is popped. As there's the overclock now in response. The Transcendence is there, but Parzival with this overclock finds two, as Jackish was trying to get into the backline, take away Renzer's ability to make plays, but they pay for it in the end as Parzival finds three.
Hello.
Big time overclock there from Parsival. And you didn't have to expend either one of your support ults if you're on the side of We Love Jewel. And Nemean Lions actually swapping to the Mercy themselves. I guess they're going to pocket Archility on the Ashe here.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. And I mean, why wouldn't you? With the Ashe being your main, you need that pretty much that Mercy pocket. But here it comes, the Kitsune rush out from Renzer. Try to solidify the defense of We Love Jewel here. The pulse bomb comes through for Jackish. Not gonna find a stick. Not gonna find the damage that you would have wanted it to, but they need to find Metzel, and they need to find him quickly. They were so low. There was a missed opportunity for Nemean Lions, and now they're gonna have to fight them at full strength. But Renzer's going down the minefield. The disruptive shot coming out as well, and they're gonna have to get off the point as We Love Jewel hold on point 3.
Yeah, big minefield there to really solidify and finish that fight off from Metzel. Yeah, hard to touch the point, like you said, when there's mines on it.
As we head into the next the attacking phase of We Love Jewel. Now they have this set destination that they need to reach, but we're gonna have a pause for the time being here, as someone might have joined mid-map is what I saw in the chat, perhaps, and that's a no-no. Figure that out. But right now, they've got where they need to be. We Love Jewel set where they have to push it to, and they're setting themselves up well for that success, as they have to push it pretty much to the end of point 3. But it's looking good for them, Shadow.
Yeah, really good first round. I liked the Diva swap by Spin. Maybe they just weren't feeling as comfortable on the Wrecking Ball, so they went with something something that was more of a comfort pick for them. They were able to stay alive a lot longer and really provide that peel for their team. But seeing Sin match the Mercy pick of Kopi now, I'm curious to see how that'll work for Nemean Lions on the defense, because we only got to see the pocket for one fight, maybe 2 for Nemean Lions.
5.
Interestingly enough, We Love Jewel is opting for an Ashe now of their own, instead of the Sojourn on their attacking team. We'll see how that works out for them here with this pocket from as they're gonna come into this fight, looking down the sight line. The Ashe Dynamite comes through, not gonna find it does find a target, but still no one finding anything yet here, Shadow. Oh, well, just as I speak, Parcel takes down Artillery. The res is going to be there, but again, it's going to find another one, as it's going to be We Love Jewel collapsing on Nemean Lions, able to find all the picks they need yet again to win this first fight out and probably get this first point unlocked.
Parsival absolutely popping off on the Ashe already. Everyone's favorite Overwatch character, Bob, is almost available after one fight.
I agree. Make Bob a playable character. That'd be so fun. Imagine they do that for this April Fool's.
What, Bob throws out Ashe for the ultimate? Is that what it is?
Yeah, or just Bob, just in general. You get to play as Bob. As they're gonna come into this next fight here, Shadow. Parties will already up to Bob, like you're saying. And so that's a lot of damage coming in. Artillery with that disruptor shot able to take Parzival down. The res is going to be there from Copy to keep this fight going in the favor of We Love Jewel for the time being. And there's Dynamite coming out. Bob out on the board as a lot of people are low. The follow-up needs to be there. Tracemaker goes down to Jackish trying to find a pulse bomb stick. As Nemean Lions are now looking to come back. Mental super low as well. Gonna go down in the end. Artillery, as that's going to be a hold, it seems, for Nemean Lions for the time being.
Yeah, really, that was a really big kill on the Tracemaker to really start that fight off. And no ults. No ults expended. Nemean Lions is going to have all five ultimates for this fight. I really want to see what Jackish does with his pulse.
Got to expect it to try getting it onto Renzer there or Parzival. But there's the overclock from Artillery looking to make space now for Nemean Lions. But no, yep, it is going to be the case. Tracemaker just finds a shot to the head there from the overclock. As now they're going to look to get Parzival out as well. The res is available, but Artillery camping the body, finding 3 picks in that fight. Sin finding the back smack onto Copy, taking them out, asserting their Mercy dominance in the end as Nemean Lions continue the hold.
Big time plays. And both teams have basically the same ultimates coming out, with Bob being the real difference here for Parzival. Yeah, I think Bob's gonna be huge. Bob's gonna be really huge for forcing position here.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense there, but now the Kitsune rushes out, the self-destruct there as well as Spenjata gets the remake kill on the Tracemaker. It is going to be traded back immediately by a Renzer, who finds a kunai shot to Jackish's head, and the res comes through from Copy to keep everything at the advantage of We Love Jewel, but they need to figure something out now as they're still making space. Is Nemean Lions. They gotta find it out. There's the minefield, and the pile driver takes down Jackish. Still even all around at the moment, but Mental's gonna find the picks that they need. The Kitsune rush might have been used a little overzealously from Mazdor there, as We Love Jewel are able to coast their way in to the second point off the back of Mental, who's still just going on a tear.
Absolutely massive minefield from Mental. Just blocking point off again. Always a good idea with the mines. And Jackish with the pulse. Artillery's gonna have ult. There it is.
Oh, there is the ult, and it finds a pick already onto Parzival, almost finding Copy as well. There they go, takes them out after the ultimate goes down, but still, it doesn't, still finds them back to spawn nonetheless, as Nemean Lions continue to hold for the time being.
And Parzival swapping back to the Sojourn. Must not have been feeling the ash after a few fights there. But Mental is going to have another minefield. Building that ult so quickly.
Well, the Kitsune rush comes in here as they're going to come in and find the picks. No picks, sorry. But there's a pick finally. Parzival taking down Spenjata before they could get back into their mech. The res comes in from Sin, as the Spenjata stomps Copy into oblivion, as it's looking good. Spenjata with a new lease on life, finding the picks they need for Nemean Lions to keep a hold of this point.
Yeah, that's one of the most tragic remakes I've ever seen. Also, possibly one of the greatest moments I've ever witnessed.
I might have to agree with you there. That was a fantastic remake. And in the midst of everything, Copy just finds their way to there. But here comes a Mental coming back with the minefield, trying to make the space necessary for We Love Jewel to get into the point. as the overclock comes in from both of them. Parzival goes down immediately afterwards as Archilly finding a new gear on this third and maybe final map. It's down to 1 minute and 12 seconds. Can Nemean Lions hold out here, Shadow?
It's looking really good for them for at least this next fight. Look at the, if you look at the ult economy here, Maztor with the Kitsune Rush is going to be huge for helping somebody like Archility or Spinata build up to their ultimate. And Tracemaker has to get a big pulse bomb for the side of We Love Jewel if they want to win this particular fight.
Yeah, I gotta agree. They've got to find something off the back of that ultimate. Either it be something, hey, but maybe not. Sin's gonna find a pick, or sorry, Sin's gonna go down to mental. But now this Kitsune Rush from Maztor is on the board for Nemean Lions. They need to find picks off the back of it as Tracemaker goes down now. This is not what you needed if you are We Love Jewel, but Parzival trying to turn it around. They get Archility out of this, but there's the res to get everyone back. They need something now. Some hero play from someone, but Parzival falls back to the grave. The Kitsune Rush comes in. There's the minefields yet again from Mental, who's just been Mental yet again on this map. As they're trying as they will. There's the res, but Parzival's back to spawn yet again as Archility on the Sojourn. Like I said, has found that second gear in this map. Able to keep finding pick after pick for Nemean Lions. It's overtime. It should all be over. Now with the overclock being popped from Archility, if they can just find out copy, they do. Another pick, they need Tracemaker gone and Mental to follow shortly after. Well, they don't even need to find the picks as the overtime bar ticks down as Nemean Lions take the map and take one back. It's now 1-2 for We Love Jewel.
Oh, huge plays there from Archility. Archility, once they got the pocket, they were able to really turn that map around. Once they were matching that pocket, it was huge.
Yeah, and they found this new lease on life now. Nemean Lions are trying to claw their way back, trying for this reverse sweep, as they looked really good in the end. The diva, or maybe it was Spinata coming in, that stable presence of your captain. For Nemean Lions, able to help them out in the end, get them calm, cool, and collected to get that map. But now they have an even bigger chance to continue going forward in this. They have to win the next two if they want to have any chance. Well, obviously any chance to win this because they need the reverse sweep.
Yeah, and next map's going to be a push map. I'm personally expecting Esperanza because I think it's the best push map available. But what do you think?
Interestingly enough, with the way these two teams have been playing, especially how We Love Jewel have seemed to want to play, I would expect Coliseo, because of the where you take every fight is so closed, and they looked very good on that the Ramatra Brawl that they were running on King's Row, and I feel like that might make it make more sense for them in the end. If it was Nemean Lions map pick, I would have called you on that Esperanza pick because they looked so good on the Diva. And it's so open. It's much more open than the other two maps are that we have available to us. But I would have to think Coliseo for the time being.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The We Love Jewel has looked like the better team on those more brawly style comps. And Coliseo definitely does play better to those, as opposed to an Esperanza.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, we're both wrong. I'll give some time for Hippie to get our wonderful producer to get the map scene ready before we talk about the next map. But yeah. I felt like Coliseo was very much what We Love Jewel would want to play, but that's not the case. They want to go to New Queen Street, which is their map choice. I'm sorry, Hippie. I didn't let you get ready, but yeah, we're headed into New Queen Street here in this next round, and again, it's definitely a lot more brawly than Esperanza is. So I'm assuming we see maybe that Ramatra come back, maybe that Orisa for these two teams.
I mean, we could even see the Junker Queen again.
True.
I don't know what anybody's gonna play at this point.
Very true. Very true. It is always a guessing game as casters, unless it is a hard definitive meta. Which we aren't in, which is great to see. I feel like as we're just waiting for the readies from both of these two teams. We're not waiting for side swaps because, well, this is a push map and sides don't really matter.
Hey, maybe one team wants to come out of the other side of the map, you know?
Maybe.
They're like, I don't like that right side. I prefer the left.
I want to come out from the blue side. No, you get what you get. Yeah, we're about to head in any second now. I think we see brawl here from both of these two teams, Shadow.
Yeah, I would expect either an Orisa or a Ramatra from both teams. Most likely the Kiriko Lucios again. And probably Sojourn Tracer again. I think Tracer's movement is really good on this map because of the tight corners and flanks they're able to take.
Yeah, definitely. As we're seeing that from We Love Jewel for the moment. Nemean Lion still might be picking, but Spenyatta currently hovering the Winston Shadow.
4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Yeah, as they're gonna come in trying to take the space away immediately, as they're not gonna go in yet, but Archility is super low already as Parzival's come around the back looking to find some picks in the back line. Is now the side of We Love Jewel are gonna pop in, go for the rush in, but now the dive coming in response from Nemean Lions, trying to take out Mental, almost getting them down. They're super low here. They're going to be able to get the case, but no, Mental's going to be the one to find the first pick in this. Jackish is gone and done out of this fight already, as Mental's able to stay alive. That is impressive healing coming in from the side of We Love Jewels. They're going to be able to get the bot in their favor to start things off.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of damage taken out early there in Jackish. And Mental already has the
We don't have the lead anymore.
Yeah, as they're going to come in here with a nice dive from Spenyatta. He's going to be taking Mental out. Now the sound barrier comes through. Not going to be able to get onto the Winston, but still, it's going to make enough space for the rest of Nemean Lions to come in as, ooh, that's an unfortunate turn of events. Parzival finds Archility with the pulse bomb on instead of Jackish.
Yeah, and side of Nemean Lions are going to have the Primal Rage, Overclock, and Death Blossom ready, but We Love Jewel has double support ults and overclock. I'm expecting the Kitsune Rush to be really big right here.
Yeah, as they're waiting to engage here, Sin is super low. There's the Kitsune Rush as Tracemaker finds the pick onto Jackish with that secondary fire. And that's just going to force back Nemean Lions, finding Sin out, trying to get Speniata. Not going to be the case, but still going to win out this fight and get the bot back in their favor and retake the lead.
Good to see you. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a big closeout there, and all it cost was the Kitsune Rush. Really big. But Nemean Lions didn't use anything either, so good restraint by them. I want to see what Jackish can give this Blossom.
Yeah,
This ends
as they're gonna come into this next fight, the sound barrier gonna be used by Copy early on in this fight. The Death Blossom coming in as well as that overclock. As we see Parzival goes down to that. As now the re-engage dive is gonna work out perfectly for Nemean Lions to get the bot back in their favor and retake the lead quickly after losing it.
Very back and forth so far. You love to see it, honestly. And then Nemean Lions coming in with Kitsune Rush of their own. Right here, Mental is now on the Orisa. Also,
which is going to be better to probably deal with the Winston, but the Kitsune Rush is going to come in from Sin here. Jackish goes down early on, but it's still not going to matter as Archility on this Sojourn still riding high from that from that Dorado performance, still showing out from Nemean Lions as they get those close spawns.
Yeah, the checkpoint is always huge. It gives you that free fighting the next fight after you lose. Always really nice to know.
It definitely is. As there's the Terror Surge coming in from Mental. They're able to find one with it. But with the help of that, Parzival finds value with their Death Blossom. As the side of Wheel Up Juke are going to be able to get this bot in their favor for the time being, but still anyone's point is Archility trying to turn it around. They've got this overclock pop, but they're not going to find anything, as it looks like Wheel Up Jewel are going to keep hold of this bot for the time being.
Yeah, crazy ult exchange there. Copy able to hold on to the sound barrier. I'm curious if they're just going to hold it for the Kitsune Rush and Nemean Lions, or if they're going to try and aggressively sound it. If they're going to try and aggressively beat.
Yeah, as they're going to come in here early on. Copy yet again popping the sound barrier to try to get some extra, make some more space for their team, and it works out. They find two and are able to continue moving the bot forward, and they're going to get their own forward spawns here quite quickly.
Spen swapping onto that Wrecking Ball. Oh, Orisa. Interesting. Okay, Spen's just going to match the Orisa then.
And I think that's pretty much what you have to do right now with Orisa just running that Orisa matchup. As the Death Blossom comes in from Jackish quickly, takes out Copy, and that's just going to force back We Love Jewel for the time being. As Archility finds out Tracemaker, as this is a quick fight back into the favor of Nemean Lions.
Denying that forward spawn also very important for Nemean Lions. Them being able to cross that over is huge. Tracemaker, We Love Jewel's gonna have 4 ultimates for this next fight. Maztor's sound barrier has to be huge.
It really does, as well as Archility's overclock. The Kitsune Rush is going to start things off from Renzer to start things off, and it works out not in their favor. Mental goes down first in this fight as Archility pops their own overclock. Not going to find anything, but still finds this headshot with that secondary fire, taking Tracemaker out and gets the lead back in their favor with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
That was a huge sound barrier to counter that Kitsune Rush. And this is a pretty substantial lead that Nemean Lions are starting to build up here. We Love Jewel has a lot of ultimates ready for this fight, though. I want to see if Sin can get up to this Kitsune rush, because I think that's going to be crucial.
So there's the sound mirror to start things off yet again from We Love Jewel. There's the Terra Surge coming in. Gonna lock everyone up. Not gonna find a pick off the back of it, but that's a huge one in response from Mental. Gonna get everyone so low on the side of Nemean Lions. It's gonna work out in their favor. 2 picks coming in for We Love Jewel, but they're still not gonna get these stragglers as there goes Archility. Now they're gonna have to reset and wait for these respawns.
Yeah, really good job by We Love Jewel of just not playing into the Kitsune rush that Sin put out there for Nemean Lions. A really good job of just kiting back, waiting for the Kitsune rush to end, and then finishing those stragglers off. Not forcing it early when you don't have to.
Yeah, definitely. As now this fight's gonna start off immediately afterwards, and well, I mean, hey, they just got the bot back in their favor before it gets to that midway point. They still have those forward spawns, and it's working out well for Nemean Lions. As they're gonna find everything they need yet again to keep to get this bot in their favor and keep it moving forward. As they're gonna get those forward spawns back locked up.
Yeah. Renzer is going to have the Kitsune rush here, and I think Mastor really needs to get the sound barrier as fast as they can.
Yeah, definitely. As Kitsune rush is going to start off, Mastor still does not have that sound barrier online. But Mental is so low right now, they just need to be able to keep them alive. Copy with that sound barrier, but the later sound barrier comes in from Mastor now as Tracemaker goes down. That is not what you wanted if you're We Love Jewel, as they're going to be forced back yet again as Nemean Lions continue to have this bot in their favor.
Big time. And Sin still has the Kitsune rush. Do we see a map completion here?
Maybe. There is only 40 seconds to go, but if they win this fight out, that might be the case. The Terra Surge comes in from Spenjata. Not going to find any kicks, but the Disruptor shot from Archility going to get some well-needed damage because of it and find that pick, and they might be able to complete this map. Mental is going to come back to the point, try to get there, but Spenjata finds a pick with the Javelin spin. That Terra Surge not going to find any picks. The Death Blossom from Jackish on point almost solidifies it as Spenjata takes down Parzival. There's only a couple of people to go. They're going to try to turn it around. Renzer pops their Kitsune rush to try, if they will, to do something, anything, but no. Nemean Lions take the map and tie it up 2-2.
That was such fantastic ult cycling from Nemean Lions. And honestly, from when Nemean Lions capped that checkpoint and on, they played the map almost flawlessly.
They were incredible. There was incredible stuff coming in from Nemean Lions there, and they're able to tie up the series 2-2 here, Shadow.
Yeah, Spenjata really making a big difference. Having that player swap in really changed up it can really change up the vibe and everything. You know?
Yeah, it really has. As we're going to head to a final break here before the last map. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the conclusion of this epic series. Welcome back. It is time for map number 5. Nemean Lions are crawling their way back from down 2-0. It is time to see this last map for all the marbles. Can Nemean Lions complete the reverse sweep, or will We Love Jewel deny that satisfaction from them as we're heading into this final map? And it is going to be Nepal here, Shadow.
Yeah, a really fun map choice, honestly. We could see some Symmetra antics if either team decides that's something that they feel like doing.
Yeah, that definitely could be the case.
You could even run a Pharah. Pharah actually does really well on one of these maps. I never remember the names. I think it's Village.
I definitely have to agree with you there. It's going to be a very great map here coming up, as we're just waiting to I believe we got the readies from both of these two teams, but we're waiting to see what those two teams are going to be running on Nepal and where we head into Nepal. Like you were saying, it does really depend on what map, what sub map we find to see what compositions we might see from these two teams. But I digress. It is time. Again, we're setting this up. 2-2. Nemean Lions are coming back from a 2-0 deficit here, as this is that last map for both of these two teams. One to win. The one who wins advances to the grand finals for the stage 1 playoffs. The one who loses watches from home, as they are loading into the game here, Shadow.
Yeah, and if we're going to see... So it looks like both teams are actually on the Symmetra. Are they just going to TP out of spawn, or are we going to see the Symmetra, hold true for the entire map?
Capture the objective.
Yeah, well, it looks like Tracemaker is going to stick with this Symmetra, as Jackish goes over to the Reaper after teleporting their team from spawn. As that Ravenous Vortex is going to be used, as Parzival takes down Artillery. It's going to be traded back immediately and in kind. 2 picks coming in for Nemean Lions now, as they're going to force everyone back to spawn from We Love Jewel, as Renzer goes down. Svenyata on this tank has just been a force for Nemean Lions ever since they've came in.
Really changed the whole complexion of this game around since Spin swapped in on map 3. It's been really nice to see. And Mental swapping over to the Orisa. So we're just going to watch the Orisa mirror.
Which makes the most sense. That's where these two teams have thrived most of the series here, as they're going to come in looking to find something. Tracemaker also opting to swap over to this Reaper now, as they're going to come in. This Javelin spins from both of the Orisas, making space but not finding picks off the back of them yet. The Javelin comes out, still nothing yet. They're just finding. There's the Sound Beer. Now Nemean Lions can attack, force everyone back from We Love Jewel, holding them out and buying more time. They're already up to 53% on the point here. They're coming back strong, as the Kitsune Rush coming in from both of these teams. Who can find the pick? It's gotta be We Love Jewel, and they've gotta find it now. They're pumping so many ultimates into this fight, and they finally find someone. Svenyata finds a pick with that Terra Surge, but it's going to be a little too late, as We Love Jewel dumps almost all of their ultimates into this fight to get this point in their favor.
Yeah, really good fight win there. Nemean Lions does get it to 75% before the point flips, but you were able to trade out quite a few ultimates. I really want to see what Jackish can do with this.
Enemy over there.
Jackish has been really huge with their Death Blossom.
Yeah, as they're gonna come in here. Svenyata super low already, as well as Sin alive. There's a huge Terra Surge coming in, but it's gonna be Artillery finding Parzival, but in response, Tracemaker with that Death Blossom finding 2 in the as well. Jackish finds 2 with their own Death Blossom, but Renzer is gonna find that pick on to the Reaper of Nemean Lions, as they're gonna be able to hold on yet again for the time being.
And we're gonna be looking at a relatively dry fight coming in here. unless Renzer and Copy manage to get their ultimates up, which looks like they could.
Yeah, as wow, early on pick coming in from Parzival, taking down Archility, and they've almost matched this percentage of Nemean Lions already, as they're gonna have to something's gonna have to give here if you're Nemean Lions now.
Yeah, you know, Parzival just doing Sojourn things, getting an early pick. Really big play though. Maztor's sound barrier, again, I keep stressing this, but Maztor has been fantastic with these sound barriers. It's gotta be big.
It really does. They're gonna have to open things up with it, as there's the sound barrier coming out, gonna be able to get Archility in it, who was super low, but in the end they fall down. Now the sound barrier comes out from Copy, which should bode better for We Love Jewel, as it does seem to be the case. The Kitsune Rush comes out from Sin, trying to change the tide of this fight, but it does not seem to be the case. Tracemaker with a 2K Death Blossom, rounding things off as Parzival with their overclock. It's just a couple of people left on point. Can anything give for Nemean Lions now? It does not seem possible, but anything's possible till the last horn blows, the last whistle is blown, anything. But no, it does not seem to be the case. They aren't able to change the tide as We Love Jewel take round number 1.
Score.
Yeah, really just once the Orisa swap came in and the Symmetra swapped over to the Reaper, totally changed the complexion of that whole map. But it looks like We Love Jewel might come out on the Symmetra again. But does Nemean Lions come out on the Symmetra? That's the real question. Oh, hold on. Nemean Lions are doing things. Potentially.
4, 3, 2.
I mean, it'll work well for them here. I feel like with it being Village, it is so closed off. If they just want to stay there and have Spenyatta just swing the hammer on point and waiting for anyone to come, it can work well for them. But that is always in theory. If it actually works in reality, that would be even bigger for Nemean Lions, because they're betting it all here. They need this round win or they have lost. As they're going to come in, they're going to force this objective, push in. They're letting them set up as what they not need them to. They cannot let We Love Jewel do, and it works out well. The nice fire strike comes in, takes down Renzer, but Parzival's going to turn it around, gets Jackish out of this fight, and still lose. No, they do not lose Spenyatta. They're able to stay alive, find 2 picks, and force back We Love Jewel.
That was beautiful support play from Sin and Maztor to not allow Spen to go down there. Spen was so low for most of that fight. Big shout out to Sin and Maztor. I want to see how Nemean Lions are going to react to Parzival's Blizzard here. So that's the big ultimate.
As they're gonna come into this next fight, they've already popped this they've popped their amplification matrix, but they don't need it in the end. They do lose Spenyatta, but Sin on this Baptiste is pumping in a lot of damage. As a side of Nemean Lions continue to hold on.
No, you don't.
We Love Jewel going to be coming in with essentially all 5 of their ultimates here. Nemean Lions have been doing a really good job of just stopping Renzer from getting massive value like they have been all game on this map. I really want to see what Spenyatta can get with this Earth Shatter.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And the Shatter comes out, the teleport strap, but they're only gonna knock down Tracemaker, but they're already separated away from their squad. Can they stay alive? They are going to be able to with a nicely timed Blizzard from Jackish. I don't even think they were meaning to do it. They saved the Reinhardt's Light and they saved the fight for the side of Nemean Lions.
Parzival getting Sin there. That could be big.
Yeah, that is going to be huge. They're going to have to touch here with the Kitsune Rush, but the sound that Maywall, no, they were able, no!
Oh.
They didn't even, what?
Beautiful touch denial right there. I thought there was no way We Love Jewel wouldn't get the touch.
Wow, I'm confused because we just saw, we saw a Tracemaker on the point. I'm so confused.
I thought Renzer had the touch there on the Kiriko. Did Spen pin somebody off point possibly?
They might have. That Maywall that came in from Jackish denied Renzer's touch, but I'm just confused about the other one. But in the end, Nemean Lions take the round. They've tied it up. It's 1-1. What else would we go to but a round 3 in a map 5 scenario as it comes out now? Nemean Lions and We Love Jewel, 1 round to decide it all here. Shadow.
Yeah, Spenyatta back on this Diva pick from Dorado. And they're going to be running Maztor on the Mercy for a pocket on Artillery.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult to run it in. They're going to have to get out of this tight area or it's not going to work out well as Spenyatta is so low. But they're able to stay alive. Sin on this. Oh my goodness. Sin on this. Baptiste is just pumping out amazing healing. Look at that. 9,000 healing from Sin to keep everyone up and healthy. What an incredible stuff as they're now looking to get this first point captured. This could be huge. It could change the entire tide of this fight, and it's We Love Jewel to get this first point captured. And now they're gonna have to play into this composition. As the Amp Matrix coming out from Nemean Lions, but they are able to get out mental. Now they're able to open things up. Now that space, the denial of that Orisa is gone. As Spenyatta now has this free range to open up and get the point back now into the favor of Nemean Lions. Parzival's able to take out Jackish, but it's still looking good right now for Nemean Lions.
That is a big time pick though. If Artillery can do something with this.
Well, they're not able to quickly enough because they already get that point flip into the favor as Parzival finds 2. The Terra Surge comes out, finds a lot of damage, no picks in the end, but it's still able for We Love Jewel to get the picks they need to get the point and keep it in their favor.
That's big too. We Love Jewel has a massive ult advantage for this next fight. And looks like they're swapping back to the mirror immediately.
Yeah, as they're gonna come in here now for this next fight. As this is going to be interesting. They used that Kitsune Rush very early on, and now they're able to push in. But this Death Blossom's going to be huge from Tracemaker, finding 1, 2. Can they find a third? No, they cannot, but it's still enough to win them this fight. As Spenyatta goes down, trying to take down Mental. The healing was there, however, as it's up to 78%. We're getting down to these last fight territories. It might be the penultimate fight coming up here, Shadow.
Very well could be. It's really just going to depend on how good Parzival's ultimate is here. Whether We Love Jewel takes it now, or if Nemean Lions get a chance.
Oh, and Parzival finds the shot onto Artillery. This looks all but over for We Love Jewel. The reverse sweep looking to be denied, and it is. The overtime bar ticks down. There's no song for Nemean Lions as We Love Jewel take the map and the series in an impressive fashion.
Oh, that was such a crazy close map there. Crazy close series as a whole. As soon as Spen came in, changed the whole complexion of the series. But We Love Jewel was able to hold them off in the end.
Yeah, they were indeed in the end, and it was all off the back of Parzival on that last round. It was just incredible stuff coming in from the Sojourn. They're able to find out the pick onto Archility, who also had popped their own overclock at that same time. And if they don't find that pick, that could have changed everything for Nemean Lions right there. And that was just huge in the end for We Love Jewel. But before we end things off here, MVPs for MVP of the series for you here, Shadow.
For me personally, I think it's Mental. Mental was really incredible on basically every tank they decided to play over the course of the entire series.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I'm gonna go with Renzer for my pick. We just saw them; they just did so much value for We Love Jewel on that support role, and we're always forget. I feel like a lot of people always forget about that support role, but today Renzer was always there, either in the kill feed or keeping their team alive. And that's the reason why Mental could do the things Mental was doing, because they had the healing to back them up. But I digress. This is the time. This is it. We Love Jewel take them series and have booked their ticket to the grand finals. They are going to either be playing against Chicago v. the World or Twilight's Zimming Cats. Is it just Cats? Cat Girls, sorry. But that will come sometime this week. The grand finals will be sometimes this weekend. But this is about it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you from me and Shadow for watching. Thank you to our impressive production staff, Hippie, Gramps, MI Blizzard, and Unfeatured for the OBS and production. Thank you all for watching. Peace out and have a wonderful rest of your night.